Welcome to Betsy Backstage. I'm your new host for Betsy Backstage about crime and punishment. Playing February 17th through March 5th. Based on the novel by Dostoevsky, this play is the winner of the 2003 Joseph Jefferson Award for Best New Adaptation. Here to assuage our fears about such a heavy title is producing artistic director Stephen Weitz.
One of the things that attracted me to Crime and Punishment in this particular script is I feel that it's one of the first, the novel was one of the first really psychological pieces of literature, and I think that the examination that the story takes into the psyche of this particular man and the murder he commits is really related to what we do in the theater and the things that we explore when we try and get to the deeper meanings and functions of the human personality. As an actor and as a director, that's a journey that I always enjoy, and I think that this piece really gets to the heart of that in a dramatic and interesting way for the audience. The other thing I like about this particular script and this adaptation, it is a three-person version of the story. It's very streamlined. It's a one-act play. It runs about an hour and a half. Is that I think it's really accessible to a modern audience. As I said, I think the subject and the material itself was very modern for its time, and I think that this translation or adaptation, a combination of both, takes it another step and really puts it in a modern format that audiences are going to understand. There's a little bit of your sort of television crime drama in it. There's a little bit of film noir in it. And there's a lot of different sort of pieces that play into it that is going to allow our audience to tap into it very easily, and I think find what could be a daunting night at the theater where people might be expecting a huge, 4-hour opus of Russian theater, and make it a really streamlined and accessible piece.
Now let's hear from director John Thornberry about this award-winning adaptation.
I think that this is going to be something that audiences are not really expecting, especially the people who have read the novel. People may be expecting some sort of a marathon of Russian literature to hit the stage, and that's just not the way this adaptation works. We have three people, very, very talented actors, and they are put into a situation where they have basically 90 minutes to tell us this story, and it's very fluid, it's very cinematic, and I think that because we're accustomed to breaking narrative structure the way that we do in film and television nowadays in particular, that this is not going to seem terribly unusual to a modern audience. I think people will find that this adaptation is sort of stripped down to the essence, and that's one of the things that I like about it a lot. Psychologically, it's still got a nice density to it, but it's not weighed down with a lot of auxiliary characters and subplots that don't really deal with the main thrust of this story, which is the story of it's a story of redemption. It's how Raskolnikov pulls himself out of the hole that he's dug for himself with the theory that he creates. I think our audiences are going to be pleasantly surprised by the fact that the weight of the theme of the novel is still there, and the characters that are in the novel will be recognizable from their reading experience, but it'll be the story told in a way that they've really never seen before.
Crime and Punishment is destined to be a thrilling psychological journey. That's it for this week's episode of Betsy Backstage.